Well, the stakes, I think at this point, Corvus and Banana Bread have exactly the same match history. Both have 2 losses and a win. What I do know for certain is that this is basically the match between 3rd and 4th, and 3rd and 4th is quite important because a 3rd gets through to knockout and 4th does not. 4th can join the wonderful, refreshing penguin pool that is on offer this year, but 3rd will go into bracket and play me.
Oh, play you, huh?
Yes. So one of these people I will be playing.
So you're quite interested in this particular.
Yeah, this is my solid research time.
Yes, this is why you're on this cast, right? Because
Yeah.
you bullied your way. You bullied your way onto this cast to make sure that that you could get some research in, see who is you're going to be up against, and oh, I see. I understand what's happened here. Give me one moment. All right. Now we are on into the first game. I am seeing Gallery with who's
Corvus as Alice.
Yes. Okay.
Ponytail little boots.
There we go. All right, cool. Everything seems to be in order on my end. Scout, are you ready?
I am.
Let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
We're not going to flirt with our seduction target on the same statue pad, but we have decided that statues seem cool, as ST is doing them. Maybe they'll like us more if we go and do some too. Anyway, we're starting with Inspecs, which is a little rough against someone who is highlighting for Inspecs on Gallery.
Yeah,
we already have 3 highlights in the game, which isn't too bad, and Gallery can acquire Inspect highlights quite quickly, but it's slightly sad for us.
I mean, Gallery, you don't really see that many AIs completing Inspects, which makes the strength of Inspects on Gallery proportionally that much lower, especially if you're going to grab a highlight for it.
On the other hand, plenty of AIs...
Whoa. Early Purloin in this game as a statue highlight. I would not have expected that. We're just
The other
bailing.
statue highlight takes it.
Oh, that could be huge. How many lowlights do we see, and are we one of them? That's the big question here for Banana Bread. Look at all these lowlights. Lowlights on everyone that's outside, except you know who it's Alice. We're not a lowlight.
Okay, this is...
No, we are low light!
We're a low light! Let's go! It's down to 2 people, and we're not one of them.
Wow. This game is probably over already, just based on... just based on that low light alone.
Well... So, I mean, the only question is whether this is going to be a civ shot or a spy completion, but... Rocco is resolutely not doing missions. Apart from the BB
if Rocco goes back to statues, I imagine she would die, but it doesn't quite matter as long as we finish ours.
I'm slightly concerned that I've just noticed we just started our flirt at 2 minutes, but given we're a low light, we can do this flirt, we can go do some statues, come back, finish our flirt, hopefully.
Rocker moving away, so maybe giving us some opportunity. Of course, you know, Corvus is not certain that this is a low light, you know, so can't play quite with the wild abandon you might hope for.
We're definitely going to go and continue this flirt, though, which I'm pleased to see.
Yes, 79% on the flirt. I'm interested to see if Corvus goes back to statues for the last mission, and it does appear that she will.
I mean, if there was going to be any chance of saving this game as sniper, we'd have to be at least brought to a neutral light now, but it's just... Amber is getting brought to a neutral light for going to statues, but not us.
Yeah, how dare, Ambassador, how dare.
Unfortunately, Rock is gonna do some briefcasing, but we've got an entire minute to get this last flirt.
Yeah, one more flirt from any reasonable distance is going to do it. Reflected by the fact that our win chance is 89% in this game. I think that 11% is for the, like, if our ST is absolutely awful to us.
Oh no! Oh no! It's a small conversation circle.
That gallery conversation circle on the outside is just a menace, isn't it, Scout? And Wheels, luckily for us, does leave the conversation, because otherwise there would not be enough space in this conversation to fit, and Corvus is barely actually going to get this in before the last 10 seconds of the game, and we are going to get to see our funny little predicting tool be like, oh, the odds go down near the end of the game. Actually, it didn't do it that badly at that time. It just did around 90% the whole time.
Well, that's a win with style for Corvus to start things off.
Indeed it is. Corvus on, it was a bit of an aggressive play to get these inspects and then do a purloin after already being a highlight. But I guess it's worked out. I think Banana Bread was trying to maybe do some lighting with the ambassador, or like, you know, some bouncing looked like on Disney, and thus was not paying attention to our reject. And that means that Corvus is going to get away with the first game. We are going to go into our second one. Second one on the gallery with Banana Bread playing as Teal. Are you ready?
I am.
All right, let's get it going. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we're just going to look at some of this avant-garde art and
flirt.
Yep.
That's what we go to art galleries for, right? To flirt
Yeah.
with people.
I mean, who has ever gone to an art gallery without also flirting?
I suppose it is a common date spot.
Yeah. That galleries basically exist for the purpose of having someone somewhere to go on a date. I mean, who cares about the art? I'm slightly concerned that flirt is all we have, and okay, we're gonna get our second flirt.
81%, yeah.
We didn't have a chance for any kind of good bug on the ambassador, despite them cozying up to us. And it seems like we're just gonna chill in convo.
It does appear that way. Not much happening in this game, but you know, not much happening from Banana Bread. You can see quite a few, you know, 3 highlight. Oh, well, 2, I guess. It's actually not that many highlights. I thought it was more. I'll be honest. Now it's more. 4 non-ambassador highlights on party grounds right now.
I'm just very concerned. It's almost 2 minutes and we've had 2 flirts.
Yeah, I mean, only one more flirt will do it, admittedly. That is helpful, but what else do you plan to do? You did a bug here, but Toby's getting in our way for that.
I think we're partially waiting for Smallman to be done at books so we can flirt again, but we might be heading outside for a time ad. I would approve of this if so. Yeah,
time ad does seem to be a prudent option here for Banana Bread. There it is. Nicely done. Good decision. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a white test, so could get noticed. However, Corvus appears to be focusing a little bit more on statue goers, and look at that. Now we have a total of 6 highlights, and we're not any of them. With a time ad in, I don't hate our odds. It could be better with more mission progress, but all things considered, this you could have a worse time, or.
We've got this green book out. We're not going to have very much time to let this cook before we have to return it, and if we've got any intention of finishing all our missions. Smallman, unfortunately, heading out to the front of the venue. I'd almost want us to just go directly to blue books and get rid of this book so we can do something with our hands again.
Yeah, contact. I'm a little iffy on that decision. I would have liked to hold off contact for as long as possible. Like, look at all these lowlights that are coming out from Corvus here, especially on a few high-value targets. I'm surprised that Rocker is still a highlight, as she was at books, I believe, during that contact. But, you know, we're still in trouble, down to only a minute left on the clock. And deciding to walk all the way outside.
Yeah, we tried to walk all the way outside to flirt with Smallman, and Smallman decided just then that coming back inside might be good.
Yeah, oh, that's some awkward pathing, and Smallman leaves! Oh!
Smallman's just having none of this.
Smallman is going into statues, however, is that a different set of... I think it's the same, actually. I think it's actually the same exact statue he was at earlier. That's not going to be very helpful, but we are going to, looks like, get away with this book. No reaction from Corvusmellori.
Even if we get away with this, though, I think we're still in a bit of a rough spot.
Yeah.
We need
for sure
another entire mission and contacts off the table.
We can't even get this last flirt because Smallman's just not doing things. What do you do?
We have to go and flirt on
you flirt and then swap for Smallman? But is this even close enough if you get a white test? To swap? But you need to flirt first! Oh, the shot comes off onto Smallman anyway!
I think we didn't see the swap. I think we were focused on deciding to shoot Smallman.
And didn't see the fade. It was visible, but Corvus didn't see it. Or at least didn't correctly identify what type of fade it was. Oh, that's brutal. I think, like, for Banana Bread, you have to do that flirt first to make sure you trigger that mission win countdown, but the idea was sound. Get Smallman shot on gallery. Where have you heard that before?
I mean, if in doubt, if you've got two swap potential shots and one of them is Smallman, I'm not going to argue with the decision to shoot Smallman.
Oh, certainly. And Banana Bread maybe getting a little bit bailed out there, but makes, it brings their own bucket, I suppose, in that case. General, we have General being played by Corvusmellori here on the spy side of our 4 of 8 Highrise. We'll see how things go for her in 3. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Sorry, folks. So I count down. I'm not really the one doing the counting down. It's my win predictor that's doing the counting down, and if it starts late, I start late. Early flirt here for 45%.
Wait, if a few more people join conversation, this could be quite a nice contact. Though, the question with 4 of 8 Highrise is whether an early contact is bad or not. I feel like, in some ways, it can be less valuable to have that contact done and possibly force a shot than on 3-5, where a spy could just be done with with soft tells later.
Yeah, I think that that's a pretty common thought for contact on 4 of 8/5 of 8 venues. You don't want to do it too early because it can hurt your odds of getting away with things later on as the party is a bit more narrowed down. But you don't want to do it too late, or you might risk getting your double agent bailing on you and not able to complete the mission at all. And it is such a strong mission to actually complete. Here comes that contact, as we were talking about, relatively early, but so many people in conversation. You're only going to get 2 lowlights at best here for Banana Bread, so I'm not against this decision.
As it is, only 1 lowlight is actually taken, so we're in a very strong position. Unfortunately, our 2 green flirts, because of our conversation positioning, have only resulted in 91%. But I think we're in a decently good spot here.
Yes, indeed. 63% is our spy win chance, as per the predictor. And with that completion on the flirt, it's gonna stay where it is mostly, honestly. Didn't go up or down much on that one, because we still need to do hard tells. 2 more missions, 1 minute 30 on the clock.
So, I'm slightly fascinated that in this game, Damon is low lit, but Toby is high lit.
I mean, this is not Gitterbridgem, you know?
I know, but apparently it's catching.
I feel like Damon Lowlit, Toby Highlit is pretty normal. That's what I do.
Highlight Toby?
Yeah?
I can see him anyway. He stands out of the party quite well with, that distinctive face of his.
Highlight onto Corvus for that fingerprintable statue that was taken. Are there 2 fingerprintable statues? What other fingerprints are on this venue, and does Corvus know about any of them? Center inspects for
We're
real
getting
as
a little
well.
bit tight on time. If we're going to finish inspects, I'd like to do that reasonably soon.
The ambassador going back to the same statue as earlier. Do you think you could, like, as Corvus, go like to a 3rd statue, same statue as you've already visited, and be like, haha.
This one's fingerprintable too, though.
Oh!
We don't need that. We've got one here.
That's
and I don't think
nice,
it's been tracked because
nice finish from Corvus.
we're not
2
getting
statue
shot for
prints
this.
can be so difficult sometimes. That is sort of the big test of a sniper, right? When you do a soft tail finish, you're not trying to hide from the sniper. You're saying, are you a good enough sniper to just be able to track the soft tails accurately and shoot me for it? That's what I'm putting you to the test on. And in this case,
And
Banana
that
Bread
print
was
had been
not up
sitting
to
there
snuff.
It had been sitting there for 2 minutes, and I guess that's a bit of a memory test.
Yeah, for sure. Long-standing statue prints. We've seen those before in this cast, Scout. That can be very, very deadly. We saw it on Redwoods with Yitter. We're seeing it on Highrise here for Corvus. And that is going to be now 2-1. Spies all the way so far. We'll see if one of these players is about to break the streak. If Corvus can find that sniper and take the lead in the set. With Banana Bread playing as Alice in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Or, Ponytail, which is what we really should call her. But for those who don't know, this character, the one that has the ponytail, we in the community like to call her Alice, as she is modeled after the artist's girlfriend, Alice. And that is
There's
that
also
is her.
less syllables than ponytail.
True.
If one is trying to remember a string of people, it can be a little difficult.
That is true.
We just did an action test microphone behind the screen.
It was also green, and it's also Alice. Alice is notorious for that ponytail, specifically, giving people Phantom microfilm vibes. They think, that was solely a microfilm. They shoot, and then they realize, that was just her ponytail. As normal, doing normal animation. So, with that in mind, it can be a little bit easier to get away with actual microfilms, because people will be like, was that just the ponytail, or am I going crazy?
Oh, I had a thought. It went. I'm sorry.
It's gone. Oh
I started
no.
and then it disappeared.
Head empty.
No, what I was
no
gonna say
thoughts.
is, when have you ever seen someone's ponytail swishing while they were reading? Reading not notoriously known as an active activity.
I mean, if you are consciously moving your entire head to read across the page, like, all of these characters do, then,
I guess fair. Are we in range to buck?
well, I mean,
No.
it's a little far away now, with the ambassador in a different conversation.
We did have a chance with this angle as Amber was walking between conversations.
Interested in this contact here. There's only 2, strictly speaking, lowlights available here. I would actually have given 3 lowlights, though. Oh, nice bug from Banana Bread.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, very nice. Out of the conversation, wrong arm, away from the sniper. Very difficult to see. You have to be really on top of that threat as the sniper to be able to snipe for that. I was going to say that you could probably lowlight Teal as well, as during the contact, she was rejecting. Uh-oh. That might have been seen.
It's fine.
Is it fine? I think it's okay.
But the foliage was there. We were distracted, guarding bug. the bug that had already happened.
Oh,
so
but
it's
now
fine.
the fact that we got a fake earlier might be hurting us. If we had had a real, we'd already be done, but instead it's that fake, and the double agent is no longer in conversation.
Highrise can actually be almost gallery-like in the
Oh,
way
and double agent's going for the briefcase too.
Yeah, I think we need to say goodbye to Contact at this point and do some other last mission, because
What is that, though? Do you have to purloin? Because I feel like that's...
you could send her in.
Oh, double agent! It's beautiful.
It's fine. Everything is fine. We're gonna be fine. It's all good.
And the spies just keep on winning,
Who would have thought it was the name of this game?
Well, we all know. I mean, we all know, quote unquote. It is general knowledge, general advice that snipers do tend to win slightly more than half the games at high levels. But in this case, the spies are playing quite well, I'd say.
About this match.
No. I'm saying the spies are playing quite well to flip that script.
Oh, okay, good. I love that bug.
That bug is very, very nice. It gets my stamp of approval. I mean, it's like very slightly visible because of how Banana Bread has to angle towards the back of the venue for a moment while padding around the ambassador. So there is that slight amount of visibility that Corvus could have caught. But again, it's something that not all snipers are super used to catching. And you do kind of have to be aware of that possibility. And Corvus not quite on top of it here. And we are going to go into yet another set of Highrise games. This time it's going to be 3 of 5. Yes, that's right. We do have both of those potentially draftable in our group stages here for the Winter Cup. Corvusmellori back on teal, or actually no, Banana Bread was the one on teal last time when they framed Smallman. So let's just say we have more teal in this set. Let's get it started in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So for missions, which I always find interesting in 3 or 5, because there's a whole 3 missions we have to prune, and I feel it says a lot about the spy, which 3 missions we choose. In this case, this is just, it seems like the standard, reasonably conservative setup.
Yeah, this has been a kind of narrative that's been developing over the past couple of years of how the common, normal setup used to be bug, contact, inspect, seduce, fingerprint. And these days, it's been slowly switching into the most common one being with purloin instead of fingerprint. We do a fake here. Interesting that we got a low light onto pearls. Maybe that was because she was taking a drink. I wasn't. Yeah, she was taking a drink. Yeah, okay. But it was a fake that we don't get credit as a real for. So other people in this game are getting highlights for having the real.
Which is always nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
The difficulty of spy is that it can be a little tricky, especially when the conversation circles are one behind the other, to figure out where the highlights are being given out.
We go in for our second flight.
One of 4 neutral lights. We're in a decently good spot.
Yeah, only 1 low light from the contact itself, and given 3 highlights. It's an interesting trade-off to be... Oh, purloin. And if this goes to someone who was in for the real earlier, that could be huge, but I don't think it has. It's going to go to the SDA, but it's going to be another reject from the SDA. Where does it go next? To pearls?
Hanging.
The problem is that all of the people who have... who had real... Yeah. The problem is all the people who had real, and thus were highlights, had things in their hands for this. So they can be safely taken as lowlights. And now Banana Bread's going to narrow it down just to 2 people. Here comes another contact. Who gets shot? You kind of have to decide here if you're Banana Bread. It's going to be 50-50, and it's the wrong shot! Oh, that's brutal for Banana Bread. That's so brutal.
I wonder why we shot Kane here. Is there a slight...
I'm not certain. Like, honestly, it is almost truly a 50-50 if you're not completely certain on who has the better flirts, right?
It's a little interesting because we're the one who changes conversation closer to the banana bread.
Yes, that is something that could have been used as evidence to shoot us instead of Kane. The fact that we changed conversations away from into the conversation with the DA that had already had, a contact, right? That kind of change conversations before contact can be suspicious and definitely could have been used to overrule the shot on Kane, but Banana Bread not able to do it, and the spies just keep on rolling. We do have the same setup from Banana Bread. No mission changes here on their side. Let's get it moving in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I'm a little sad that we don't have transfer or swap, because it does mean that the entire right half of the venue is slightly superfluous. Banana Bread having to chill since our ST is apparently busy looking at art and horizons.
But it's just a beautiful horizon, too, isn't it? Like, look at that. Look at that.
And we don't get the flirt. She runs away from us in the middle of the action.
Faces.
and we're just not gonna bother. Like, STs, who are they?
I mean, it is truly a mad world when you're constantly in parties with snipers viewing it from the outside.
I like the drink taken to, go and meet our ST.
Green test on the first flirt. However, this might be a little bit suspicious. Meeting an ST over at that window specifically, it's such a small pad and you can't flirt from the other pad either. So meeting them there could be a big indication of who you're flirting with. And if Corvus, if she noticed that Banana Bread isn't, hounding down Irish here, that might be a big indication on who to shoot later on.
Irish really isn't helping us at all this game. Just no interest in sticking near us.
Oh, no snuggles for Salmon. As Irish continues to walk away. I mean, then again, who really snuggles in the middle of a high-class, fancy party?
No, you make intelligent remarks at fancy parties. That's what
yes, intelligent remarks.
And now we're flirting with C, apparently. I think at this point...
Oh, it's going to be a white purloin.
It's a white purloin at the painting.
Oh no. Hey, Corvus is looking for it. Corvus is just trying to get that view. And I think that once this is truly seen as being gone, we might just be dead.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Corvus has stopped.
There's some wheels turning.
Oh,
I can see the wheels turning.
We're contacting. It's a fake, but the SDA is in with us. Which is a very common, which is very likely. And yeah, the shot does indeed come off for the fact that we have, in Corvusmellori's eyes, a reel. That's going to be our first sniper win of the set going to Corvus. That means Corvus is now going to be up 4-2 going into our next venue of Courtyard. 3 of 5, 19 guests, 2 minutes 45 on the clock.
The best and most crazy of Courtyard.
I do think the consensus is perhaps that it is a slightly spy favored based on how many guests there are. You could probably cut down 1 or 2 and make it a little bit more balanced. But these are the experimental setups, of course.
I'm not arguing against this Courtyard because it has done very well by me.
Oh, has it now?
Yep, I'm a big fan.
I got it. So what you're saying is I should keep it in for next.
Yeah, yes, please.
Sorry, but the venues are for the next round are already decided. I'm actually going to releasing them soon, as soon as I have all of the guest counts actually enumerated. But, for right now, this is still the group stage. And we still have Courtyard 3 of 5. Corvus playing as Smallman. Let's get it moving in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we're going to chill at a window pad, the traditional starting place.
Immediate time ad.
That's a time ad, yes.
It's not a green test, which is a little bit under Corvus's expectations. Corvus has done a lot of action test practice, is one of the best action test, one of the highest action test rates on Toenail's scoreboard for action tests. Held lots of records for a very long time.
Before, who was it? Came along and bought a fancier monitor.
Look,
they've slipped my mind.
I was trying to keep this focused on Corvus, on her accomplishments, but if you must.
And unfortunately, Corvus, the spy in this game, is not doing too well at accomplishing missions. We haven't got.
We did have the time out, of course. I mean, we're down next, just barely under our starting time at this point, with some people who have gone to statues. So maybe Corvus going for just you get an AI shot. It can happen. That's for certain on this venue.
I mean, definitely this. And here comes the banana bread to help us out. One low light is extremely tasty.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Unfortunately, we can't.
And 3 of 5. I think it's not a terrible plan to just wait for someone else to get shot.
It is not indeed. In fact, Seek would have had a reel there in the sniper's eyes. May end up dying on their next talk, but just in case Seek doesn't, we're getting 51% on their first flirt.
Mostly hidden from the sniper as well, behind the big statue. And we're gonna wait at windows, presumably to see where our ST lands up, so we can finish that flirt.
That's gonna be another window from our ST. Unfortunately for us, not many AIs have really gone to statues. Only Seek, I think, and Rocker. And they haven't been shot yet. Purloin, it's gonna be a white test, though. That can't be good.
Oh, no. Aww.
Or can it be good? The shot comes off onto Cowboy!
It's fine. Who needs fades anyway?
Yeah, I mean, Cowboy is the previous rejector. Fades might just be a bit difficult right now. We saw the mistaken fade on Gallery from Corvus. And maybe given a little bit of credit for her prowess with the green tests there.
The fade was also beautifully hidden by Toby turning towards the center of the venue there.
Which he always does.
Enough of indecision to shoot the green test.
Yes, indeed. Corvus managing to keep another spy win, despite the fact that there's a bit of a white purloin on Courtyard angle going right there. And that means...
It's fine. It's not standard Courtyard.
Alright. We do have our second game of Courtyard incoming with Banana Bread playing as Seek here. Let's get that going in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we're playing Follow the ST again. Always a good plan for the start of Courtyard.
Yeah, very quick first.
We're kind of a conspicuous pairing at windows.
Conspicuous? Is that...
Moving on.
It's okay, Scout. It's okay. I mispronounce words all the time.
Language is hard, you know.
Language is indeed hard, especially if it's your native one. 68% on the flirt, however. What smooth words must we be dropping into Salmon's ears? I mean, if it's any smooth words, it's definitely going to be Seek who has them. The handsomest character in this game, in my esteemed opinion.
And you know, he's already got his flower for his bow.
Yes, he does. Wouldn't it be funny if Seek gave his ST a flower after finishing flirt?
That would be very elegant.
I mean, it would probably break some things because then the sniper could see, hey, wait a second.
Well, somebody has flirt done.
And it is exactly Seek.
So I guess the question here is, having done flirt, do we contact and then inspect, or do we?
We fake apparently.
Well, it's definitely contact.
Banana bread.
Fake contact, which only so far has 1, 2 lowlights taken.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, it's not the progress that we actually need. I think Banana Bread also going for a Civ shot plan here on this setup.
Yes, and we've got 46 seconds to do 2 missions.
Or 40 seconds to see an AI get shot and wait around. I would advise against taking the contact right now, though, because you have 2 people at statues that could get shot in a moment if you don't take this. But of course, then
fine.
we're bugging, and it's a great angle for Banana Bread to take that bug. What a nice opportunity. Sees that the Corvus is not holding the right angle, takes the actual contact here, and we're mission win countdown. Looks like the spies continue rolling. 3 seconds on the clock. There's no way a shot's coming off here. Banana Bread with a beautiful bug.
That was indeed quite beautiful.
All right, Corvus going into our second to last venue of Terrace with a lead of 5-3. That means if she just wins all the sniper games, or all of the spy games as this set has been going, that is going to secure the victory for Corvus. But there's plenty of space for Banana Bread to fight back here. Only one sweep of a venue down. We'll see if Banana Bread can do it in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Terrace, of course, one of those small Softail venues that green tests are quite useful for.
Yes, green tests can open up a lot of options. Such as rushes. Rushes are great. Always rush. Never not rush.
Always team do stuff?
Exactly. Unfortunately, Corvus is not rushing here, which means that, oh, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Wake me up when something happens. No, I'm kidding.
God, the judgment. Yeah.
We do have a delegate option, and we are gonna get our first flirt, probably a contact here in just a moment, as well as we watch Teal get into conversation. In fact, we could probably delegate to Pearls and it'd be a 50-50 between us and Teal. A 33-33-33 between us, Teal, and Pearls if we take this. I would love to see it. Oh, but Pearls leaves and goes to the bar without us needing to delegate her. Huh. Maybe we were closer to Alice and that's why we couldn't delegate to Pearls.
Well, there's a bar rush now.
Yes, indeed.
So I suspect even if we had delegated, it might well time out.
Yeah, at this point, for sure.
So we're just gonna sit here and wait to finish our flirt, I presume. Well, we would have if Alice had not decided she needed to look at that statue she was looking at earlier. It had
You need to go back. Double dipping is rude, don't you know, Alice? It doesn't matter if it's with sauce or if it's with statues. Gotta talk to other people at this party. Also, what kind of party do you have guests picking up your like expensive decorations?
We just purloined framed cane. That's what just happened.
So we have interesting play here from Corvus. We're not gonna get a second flirt here at Windows. Low light starting to come off. How narrowed down is this? I think Banana Bread is aware of where this, which conversation this purloin came from, but not exactly who could have done it.
I think it's just narrowed down to bar highlights. So
we did see some.
Just got low lit, so that frame didn't quite work out.
Wait, Twin might get shot here because there was like a double talk from Twin, not quite an actual literal double talk, but like talk, stop talk, quick talk again. If Corvus had contacted 4Twin there in that interim, I think maybe he would have gotten a shot.
But our flirt.
We still need one more flirt. Shot comes. Oh no! What?
Oh no! Oh no! Poor Toby. He was just doing his job.
No. No.
Oh no.
No. No. Oh no, Toby. And it would have been a win for Banana Bread as well, because Banana Bread had the right idea, had the shot getting lined up. Unfortunately, we couldn't color inside the lines in this case. In Scout, there's a reason that snipers in the real world, they aim for the body, not the head.
It's less fun though.
Oh, that's tragic for Banana Bread. And Corvus gets a little bit of a reprieve there, and now has guaranteed a draw at minimum. And as you mentioned at the beginning of the set, Scout, this match is very likely for the difference between third and fourth place in the group. And that means the difference between moving on to the bracket stage and being relegated to either not playing anymore or playing in the Penguin Pool. Which is not part of the main tournament, but is a wonderful, wonderful side tournament. If you ever want more games, check it out once the group stages ends. But yeah, Corvus breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief there. Banana Bread may be in pain, and when you're in pain, what do you do but inflict more pain onto others? Banana Bread is playing a Smallman.
Oh, it's time for the emergency Smallman.
Absolutely. Here it is on to Terrace. Oh boy. Let's see if Banana Bread can pull this back into a draw and force us to go to tiebreaks, essentially. Or if Corvus is going to lock up that third place spot on the group in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And we're gonna just start at Windows. I mean, why not? Look at the beautiful view that Terrace has.
I mean, all of these. Well, most of these venues have really nice views. There's some where it's just like, not, just kind of darkness on the outside, like library. You don't really see much out there. But yeah, Terrace, it's so beautiful. Prettiest venue by far.
Why we joined the conversation that didn't have AST in. I wonder whether we were worried about pathing on to the conversation our ST had moved to was going to be too suspicious, but it could be a little bit painful when we're just starting our flirt at 2 minutes. And it's inspects. It's inspects on Terrace. What spy would do inspects? Let us do them.
I mean, I've seen you go back and forth between statues. Like,
yeah, well, that's
go to statues, finish inspects, then go back to the other statues, walk back and forth, twice. Banana Bread just
like
gunning
for
for the
statues. We might be in for some of
this. This might be the plan here from Banana Bread, taking a page out of the Scout book. That's for sure.
We're not being highlight for inspect completion.
Maybe Corvus is just not all that suspicious of like this inspect to inspect, because what spy would do that?
No, it's inspect to bar to flirt. I would hope that we reject the strength so that we've got hands free to go back and
do more inspects.
Yeah. Well, we have a delegate. We've got most of our flirt done. And no highlight, which, I mean...
Fingerprint, but it's not to be difficult.
Oh, did we get that fingerprint, the highlight as from the fingerprint, or as a delayed inspect highlight?
It might be a delayed inspect highlight, hard to say.
Because it would be very painful if we picked up the highlight for a fingerprint we didn't even manage.
We really should contact you. Oh, okay, never mind. I mean, we still should probably contact here. It's a quite nice fake. But Banana Bread not uttering their own namesake right now. 26 seconds left on the clock. You really need to start moving or hoping someone else gets shot, and that's not happening yet. Oh, and look at this. If we had gotten that green fingerprint, we could have just taken that briefcase and been done with things. More green tests, more strength. Double Agent does join us. We are going to split out of the conversation, try to go for our last flirt. It's going to have some overtime on it. Maybe we could dance behind this conversation. It's a big, thick conversation. We're barely even visible, but
we needed to start dancing earlier.
Yeah, you need to start dancing earlier than that. Corvus finds the shot and secures the win, taking third place in the group. Have you been taking your notes, Scout, on how Corvus has been playing?
Yeah. Always shoot the green test, basically.
Always shoot the green test, except when you shouldn't, like that Courtyard game. How do you figure out which is which? Who knows? All right.
I mean, who can tell the difference between fades anyway?
I can.
Must be nice for you.
Corvus playing as Salmon on our last venue, 4 of 8 library. Let's see how the players handle this interesting little setup in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And I think the tiebreak points from games 1 might actually matter quite a lot in this matchup. So, definitely not just for pride, these last 2 games.
Does it now? I haven't been paying super close attention to that particular group. But it may matter, that's for sure.
I did admire the bouncing we did to get into this conversation, by the way. That's stylish. So the difference with 4 of 8 library, I mean, apart from it being 4 of 8 rather than 5 of 8, is the timer is significantly shorter.
Yes.
And we've just, slightly cheesed a briefcase behind a pillar.
Yeah, it wasn't entirely a cheese, but we didn't return it as would be correct, and we were, as you mentioned, behind a pillar, so we could. Whoa! Low light, I think maybe for idling.
Yep. Not doing anything behind this pillar here.
They were purloining too.
I swear.
Oh, that's...
and it's the green. It's the green test.
It's the green test. They're coming back in force. Here comes the take. Does this bring us back up, though? Because we are in the vicinity of this purloin. But we can't see that yet. Smallman takes. Now Banana Bread to use the empty list.
Oh. Okay, having Smallman as a possible purloiner is slightly painful.
Yes, it is. Do we bring Corvus back up? I mean, it was a little late that you... Oh, no, we didn't... I think it's down to 2 in Banana Bread's mind. Yeah, look at that. Everyone's except for Twin and Smallman, and it's just probably all... Oh, we're back.
Okay, we're back. So at this point now, I guess it's going to come down to whether Banana Bread remembers that or even saw that fingerprint. Because if we can just contact with at least one of the other 2 having a reel and get a fingerprint, I think we might be winning here. Yeah,
but the thing is, I think the fact that we were Lilith for at least a little bit there might help Banana Bread, because if Banana Bread sees us go in for a fingerprint, they might think, oh, well, Salmon was low-lit for a while, so this print definitely could have been gotten while they were low-lit. It's certainly something... Oh, we get... and it is print on the statue. Another big question is if Banana Bread actually just remembers this at all in the first place.
I think it's been there for a while. I think... And we could even just finish inspects and go silent again, but I think contact is probably the safer option.
Yeah, contact probably the safer option, especially since you might get shot for, assumed swap block. Whoa, bug! Why bug? No! Corvus!
Oh no. I think she thought maybe we were still low lit. There
was no reason to think.
There's only 3 people on the venue.
There was no. I don't think there was any reason to even originally think that we were low light. Did Corvus forget that this is 4 of 8? It wouldn't be the first time we've seen that happen. Because if you think this is 5 of 8, you think, oh, I need this bug, and then I can finish with contact, but I just don't think that bug was a good idea at all when you could have taken the contact instead. And it does give Banana Bread an extra game. We'll see if Corvus can hold the sniper side and make it so that this ends up with an 8-4 scoreline, or if Banana Bread will have a very respectable 7-5 loss. We have Banana Bread playing as Buns for the last game we have of the night. Let's get it moving. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. I will feel really bad for Banana Bread, by the way, if they win this particular game, because, you know, as much as I said,
Toby shot?
Yeah, the Toby shot, the Toby shot.
Toby shot decides the match.
Oh, that would just.
They should ask for a refund from Toby. That was not good service whatsoever.
Not good service. Just like, how dare you be in the path of my bullet?
Maybe that's the secret trick. Is you just tip Toby very well, and he'll take bullets for you.
I mean, whoa, there's a safety off there somewhere for Corvus. I'm not sure what that's about.
Corvus likes styling via safety offs, so I wouldn't put too much weight into it.
I mean, it wasn't a safety off onto anyone I could see, but contact pretty early in this game. Lots of people out right now.
Banana Bread.
And it's even a fake because
those
DA
lots of people
leaves.
include all of the SDAs.
Oh,
So-
that's brutal. All of the SDAs. Yeah, our actual DA bailed on us, and then it was just a fake for everyone else anyways. Not the best start for Banana Bread.
Yeah, and timeout? I'd like to see one.
Timeout would be good.
That or some mission progress. Banana Bread deciding that this could be a good idea. Alright, okay, we're gonna try for the real Banana Bread this time. Would they please stand up?
Banana Bread.
I believe Banana is already the real Banana Bread is already standing up, and in fact is walking back over to their ST.
That took a minute.
No, it didn't take a minute. I just had to process. I understood the joke immediately, thank you very much. I just had to process the fact that you made it.
So we've got a minute 30-ish to get the other missions, which aren't soft tells, done.
I mean, we could still do more soft tells.
So, I mean, things like fingerprint are starting to get a little awkward. I mean, we're now taking down to 1 minute. And
That's true.
That's a little bit tight to get too many
Purloin
soft tells
here.
done.
It's gonna be a white test though. The action test difference. It's on screen.
No. The fade was on screen.
And yeah, there's the shot. Corvus takes a moment to consider. Thinks, I totally saw the fade this time, compared to Gallery. And does indeed take the correct shot, making it an 8-4 win, which at least that means that the Toby shot didn't technically matter to the match result. Yeah. It would have been 7-5 instead.
I suspect that Banana Bread won't make a ton of difference. So Toby's still going to be on the blacklist for a while.